Louis Russell was a pianist, composer, band leader, arranger, and had his own orchestras from the 1920s through the 1940s. He was from Panama, and then worked with Louis Armstrong in the middle years in 1935, 1940.
Wow.
And my mother was a multi-instrumentalist, graduate of Juilliard School of Music, graduate of the Manhattan School of Music, and right after she graduated from Juilliard, she joined for a short period of time the International Sweethearts of Rhythm, which was a multi-ethnic, all-female swing orchestra, and then continued her freelance career right up until 2000. Let's see, her last gig was in 2000, maybe 2011, 2012, something like that. And so she, was a professional jazz musician as well as a professional concert choral singer
Wow.
and a teacher.
So basically you didn't have any other choice but to be in the music world with this
Well,
amazing
yeah,
background.
I mean, I tried doing other things, but I do have ear for music, so
Yes. Oh my gosh. And how many months of the year do you travel?
all months,
All months, all the time.
all the time.
Oh my goodness. Um, so I would love to know what led you from background singer to performing on your own.
Well, I had been a lead singer for other bands, just not under my own name
Okay.
for many years. So different bands, blues bands. I was in a blues band, I was in a soul band,
Mm.
and just they had band names, not my own name.
Sure.
So when I got home from, I worked with David Bowie on his last two international tours. So when I got back from that in 2004, my business partner, who is now, has been my husband for many, many years,
Hmm.
said, "Well, there was one thing you have not done, which is make your own recordings." And I said, "Well, I don't really want to be a band leader. I'm doing well freelancing. He said, "No, I have a friend in the Chicago area. Give me, 10 to 12 songs that you would like to record. He's got a studio. We'll set that up, and then we'll go out there and record you." So then he brought a couple of record company people to a gig that I was doing in New York City, and then I got signed to my first recording contract in 2005, I believe that was.
So
So
exciting. Oh my goodness. Oh, amazing. Do you play any instruments?
I do. I don't play jazz though. So I played instruments. I was kind of, they call you, the job as a utility person in a band when you play different instruments and you're not,
Okay.
So so with Vonda Shepard, who used to do the music for, and I just can't remember the show now. It was a big television show
That's okay.
with Ally McBeal. Okay. With Callista Flockhart, he's telling me. Callista Flockhart starred in that. And Vonda did all the incidental music for that show. So I was in her band and played percussion. Let me see, what did I play? Yeah, percussion in her band. And then I
Wow.
played percussion. I played keyboards and mandolin in Cyndi Lauper's band
Oh my
and
God.
was backup singing. And then I played in David Bowie's band, I played guitars, electric and acoustic guitars, keyboards, and percussion. And I was backup singer in his band. So Jackson Brown, I played percussion and backup singing in his band. So I'm a utility person in popular music bands, but in my own band, I don't play jazz. So I just leave that to the jazz
Sure.
musicians.
Sure. Who's usually with you when you travel, like on the stage with you?
In this particular upcoming case, I have my musical director and guitarist for many years, Matt Minasteri, on bass, Tal Ronan, on piano, Ben Patterson,
Wow.
who actually lives in the Chicago area,
Okay.
and on drums, Dominic Branch.
Wow. So you'll have quite a setting. And I did read that sometimes you have tap dancers.
Well, I had a star tap dancer for my last show, which
Okay.
was last weekend here in New York at Jazz Lincoln Center.
Mm.
And the theme was community, so I had added her, Michaela Marino Lehrman, who's a great star tap dancer and teacher. And so that was the first time that I had, sometimes I have guest vocalists, it all depends on, guest horn
Sure.
players and things like that.
Sure.
And so in this case, it was a bigger show. So I wanted to have Michaela join me. So that actually worked out great because she is also, an historian and very knowledgeable on classic jazz music. So
Wow.
she was fantastic. So it turned out really well.
Oh, I bet. And you've never been to the Wharton Center before in East Lansing,
I have not, never been to East Lansing, believe
but
it or
you've been
not.
to Michigan, to Detroit, I'm sure,
Many times,
many
many
times.
times. Been to the Ford Museum out there in near Detroit,
Hmm.
and which is a great museum actually, and performed in Detroit many times.
Well, we are so excited to have you in East Lansing. What a gift.
Thank you.
Um, do you have something you like to do in each city when you visit?
I like, there's not a lot of time
Sure.
generally, but if there's a good museum, I like to do that. I love museums. I love different to visit if there's especially, well, not especially, but I love car museums. I like to see vintage
Okay, well,
automobiles.
their RE Olds Museum is one of the most famous in Michigan, right in Lansing. You'll
So
have to visit it.
I may be doing that. I may be
Yeah, you'll be about
depending on
10
when I
minutes,
get in.
10 minutes from there.
Great. That's
Yeah,
fantastic. And then
absolutely.
I also like to eat good food. So whatever, local cuisine is
Sure.
popular,
Do you have a
now
favorite
it's,
cuisine?
no, I like good food. It doesn't matter what it is.
Doesn't matter, just
So
good.
just good. I like a good meal.
You'll find that
So,
here, many
yeah.
places.
So generally those are the two things.
Okay. Do you have
Yeah.
a pre-show routine that you do before every show, like a must do?
Well, I must vocalize. That is what I must do.
Yes.
And I must exercise. That is also what I must do. So I have a daily yoga regimen that I do.
Ugh.
So I carry my yoga mat with me wherever I go, all over the world,
Oh, that's amazing.
and do that. And then I vocalize until I feel prepared, until I feel warmed up so I can give the people the best show that I can give them.
Hmm.
And, try to make sure that all my, uh, that I'm prepared with the tunes that I've chosen.
Sure.
So I rotate the tunes, so sometimes I haven't done something for a while, so I have to go over those lyrics and make sure that I remember everything, the arrangements and all of that. And just get mentally prepared to have the best time I can have with the people.
Well, I know they'll have an amazing time with you in East Lansing. And we should find you a yoga studio and we should do that.
Well,
Or do you
I've
just
been
like to
do
be
I,
alone?
well, I had a teacher who taught me actually, who was in one of the opening bands for Mr. Bowie way
Hmm.
back when. So I've been doing, uh, she gave me a personal regimen. So when I don't go to a class, I can, and so I do my own regimen every day.
Ugh.
And so this has been 21 years now,
Oh
that
my
I've been doing that.
goodness. That's
And then once in a while, I will go to a class, but I don't need to do it for an hour and a half,
sure.
like I don't want to wear, especially as the years progress, women of a certain age and so forth. I
Well,
don't,
you're
I
doing
need,
amazing. You need to be very proud of yourself. Very.
thank you. So you need to be sensitive to where to your own body, So
Sure.
if I'm in a yoga class with dancers, for instance, that's not going to be that's going to be too long for me.
Sure.
So
Sure.
good half hour, 45 minutes
Mentally prepared, and that's all you need.
is good, and then when I'm at home, if the hotel has a a health club of any kind and they
Mhm.
have free weights, and I also have a very short free weight regimen that I just started, which really focuses me, really helps.
I bet. Well, you're in incredible shape, and for this, as much as you travel, that is incredible. Mm.
Well, traveling is good for me, I found, because the pandemic was not good. So,
No, no.
I like where I live. I like to be home. I like my husband, of course, but I
Does
also
he
like
travel
to.
with you?
No, no, he does if I'm going to be someplace for a few days or a
Okay,
week. So if I go to one
sure.
city and I'm there for 3, 4, 5 days, then he'll come with me. But
Okay,
one night here and there, no, he's not.
not
He's
gonna
not
go.
doing that.
Okay. Mm. You, just changing a little bit, you've worked with, I mean, just the people you've listed, some of the most incredible artists. Is there a few, like, just a couple memorable moments that stand out to you? Is there any way to choose?
Yeah, that's a good question, because all of those artists, uh, they're all iconic
Uh,
artists. I mean, they're all,
my
and
jaw was dropping when I was reading about.
yeah, and I didn't even mention Steely Dan,
Oh,
whom I still work with.
oh,
Uh, how do you get better than that? I've worked with Paul Simon as well. And
oh my gosh.
I they're all, I mean, it's funny to say, but they're all human beings who are just
Sure.
out here like everybody else,
Hmm.
you know, writing the best classic, timeless material. But
Oh,
they're out here working very, very hard like everybody else. So
absolutely.
that was the thing. The biggest takeaway for me is that they get out there and give you 300% of themselves. So they're
Hmm.
not phoning in shows. They're not just being, just la di da about anything. They're really putting everything they can into what they do. So the one uh, first thing that comes to mind in memorable moments is they had David Bowie all dressed up in this, and he looked great. So they had him dressed up in this like kind of tweed suit, and they gave him this vintage doctor's bag, and they were going to film him getting on the Eurostar, because we were going from London to Paris, from Paris to London. I can't remember
Sure.
which now. So they had held the band back because they were video, filming him getting on this train, and it was like a scene out of a film and all of this type of thing,
Uh-huh.
film noir type of thing, and he looked great, looked like something out of a detective movie or something. So we stood back. So he came by me and he said, "Don't worry, it's not always like this." And then he proceeded to walk along, and he had a very distinctive walk, and get on the train. So he was telling me that this is just showbiz, this is
Sure.
not, you
Not
know,
real life.
no, he's like, I could do this with this is also my job.
Oh,
But yeah, but he was, so it was kind of like that. He didn't view like none of these people are on 24 hours a
no.
day,
No.
24/7. So he also had to get himself prepared to be David Bowie when he walked onto the stage. So he didn't, they're not like that coming out of the
Sure.
bed, getting
No.
out of bed. They're
They
just,
are human, as you say.
they're people.
Oh,
you
when you've
know.
worked with some of the most amazing. Oh, it's incredible.
Yes, I'm very, very
Madonna?
right. Madonna, well, that was we were in the studio with her. So we did three of us, and another lady that was on that session was Lilias White, who is a Broadway star. She's actually on Broadway right now in
Oh,
Hadestown, and has, won Tony Awards and all that stuff. So she and I and another lady were on this recording session, and the song is called Rescue Me. So it was a bonus track on what was the name of the Madonna? The album that's on, no, I can't remember now. But anyway,
That's it.
it was at the end of Immaculate Collection. That's what
Oh,
the
got
album
it.
was called. And so they just added this track on there. So we did the session, and it was a 4 hour session. For these choruses at the end of the tune. I mean, you listen to the tune, you think, oh, they probably knocked this out in a half an hour. No, this was a long session.
Oh my goodness.
She was pretty tough,
Yeah.
She had to get what she wanted, and we didn't have a break or anything like that. She was really all business.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So,
Incredible. Well, I
yeah.
so appreciate your time. What should people expect when you come to East Lansing? Like, what do you hope that they take away?
Well, the first thing is fun. We're going to swing, we're going to do some blues, we're going to do some rhythm and blues, and some things I've recorded, some things that we try out for the audience, fun tunes that I hope to record. So if I get a good reaction from the people, then I say, okay, good, that's a good tune to record. So I really depend on the reaction, the feedback from my audience,
Okay.
and they'll love the band. They will love the band. The band is fantastic. So that is what we're gonna do some good old fashioned music. That's it with excellent musicians. I'm very proud of the musicians I get to work with.
Oh, what a night. I can't think of anything better. In a April evening at the Wharton Center. Well, I look forward to it. I'm hoping to come with my husband, and he is a big music fan. He plays the drums, so
Excellent. Well,
yes.
he will love my drummer.
Oh,
Dominic is just graduated from Manhattan School of Music. He's
oh,
a young man, at 23. I think he's turning 24 soon, and
wow.
he's wonderful. I mean, so your husband will really really love him. He's great. He's
Yeah.
he's a great drummer and a great showman, and he adds a lot to the show. So
Looking forward to it. Catherine, this has been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate your time. I know how busy you are, and this has just been great. I
thank
look
you,
forward to
Julie.
seeing you.
Appreciate you and all the moms. Uh,
Yes,
I'm a mom to my students, so
yes, yes, you are. That's an important role right there.
it's,
That's a great last question. If someone's looking to get into this business, what do you recommend?
wow. Well, hard work. It's a lot of work. So if you're dedicated and you love music and it's something that you love to do and you need to do it, and for vocalists and instrumentalists alike, listen to all the great music that you can and practice, practice, practice. Keep your body in shape. You can't be hanging out and stuff like that, and think you're going to get up and be ready to work. So you got to take care of yourself, and then really it's really a network. So it's get your network together, get to know people, get to know other musicians, work in a lot of different situations
Yes,
so that you can gain experience. You may not love all of it, but you will walk away with experience, and you will also walk away having created, added to your network, because that's the way you get work.
right. Oh,
So you never know who you're going to work with.
never know. Keep an open
So
mind.
so keep an open mind and make all the connections you can make. There's no harm in getting out there and saying, "Hey, I play saxophone or whatever. You need a saxophone player. You need a drummer. Here's my card. Here's my number. Or come hear me over here. So I'm playing a gig over here. If you come over here, let me know how you feel about it. If you like what you hear, call me. You know,
Great
and
advice.
show up on time with a smile on your face, and you know, try to get along with people. People don't want to see your sour face early in the morning. They want
They want to see you smiling.
they want to see you smiling in the morning.
That's right.
So
Well,
that's a short list.
I love it. That's great advice. And keep an open mind. Like, I never thought I would be talking to Catherine Russell. So it's incredible.
So thanks for having me. I certainly
Incredible.
appreciate it.
We'll
Nice
see
to
you and
meet
just
you.
see you soon at Wharton.
See you very soon.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Catherine.
Okay. You have a great day.
You too.
Okay.